Hello and welcome to My Safety Hub, your go-to source for all things health and safety. My name is Dylan Steyn and today we are concluding the Ludus VR health and safety training with one of their new flagship training offerings, CPR. Therefore, I'm joined here today with my good friend Justin and we are going to see if I can bring him back to life. We also did a very good unboxing video and a few other training sessions previously, so if you would like, go and check those videos out as well. But without further delay, let's get into the CPR. Alright, so we are now in the CPR simulation, so let's go ahead and open this up. You'll come to note that this one works a bit differently than all the others because this uses the function of hand and motion tracking. So we won't be using the analog controllers for much longer, but let's have a look and see what the instructions are here. Great. So it is now asking me to detect my hands. Let's place down the controllers to one side and then have a look at my hands. There we go. Awesome. So this has very nice motion tracking. So let's go ahead and say continue. Right, so let's look at our scenario. We're in the shopping street. Obviously, we want this to be a guided session. The time of arrival for medical staff, I see we can change from 2 minutes all the way up to 12 or unknown, so you don't know when they arrive. For the purpose of this demonstration, we'll leave it at 2 minutes. The introduction, so this says you can deactivate the opening scene to directly skip into the exercise. I would like to see the introduction first and then show compression. So I believe this will then show a dashboard of your compressions. So that's great. Let's then begin the exercise. Now, here you will see that the Ludus platform makes use of two things. You can do this session with or without a dummy like this. In our case, we are lucky enough to be joined by Justin, and now we can practice on him himself. But for you guys at home, if you want to do this and you don't have a dummy, you can still proceed with this simulation without. But for today, we are going to be practicing with Justin. So what we need to do is we need to grab our dummy in the VR world and place it right over Justin like so. Great, then we can go ahead and continue. So we seem to be, oh my goodness, sorry. Oh my goodness, she's going to faint here. I was about to say we're in a shopping center, but this lady over here seems as though she's now passed out. Check if unconscious, tapping the shoulder. Doesn't seem to be conscious. Check for breathing. Okay. All right, let's listen for breathing. So unconscious, not breathing, not good. Let's phone for the emergency services.
Emergency services. How may I help you?
I have a person unconscious, not breathing here.
Okay, help is on the way.
Thank you.
We're keeping you on the line with us. Please don't hang up.
I won't hang up, thank you. All right. What's next? I'm not seeing a defib. Oh, there we go. It's behind me. So let's go ahead. Take the defib out. Great. Defib down. Okay, let's turn the defib on. Okay, so I'm assuming we need to open up here to make sure that we can apply the electrodes. Great. Taking these electrodes and placing it on the chest. Okay. I'm not touching the patient. So it's analyzing the rhythm of the heart now. I'm standing away. Great. All right, shock now. Okay. I'm assuming that was unsuccessful. Okay, unsuccessful starting CPR. All right, so there's my dashboard compression info. Let's see how we do here. 1, 2, 3, 4. Oh, that's cool. So you can see the depth. So there we're too far, there's too shallow, there's just right. And we're at the slow pace, so we need to do a bit faster. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. This is hard work, guys. Lots of hard work. And remember to maintain a constant compression ratio. And as we can see, it tells me there that I'm not doing so very good. The emergency services seem to be on their way. Right. Great. Well, that was a workout and a half. Okay, so let's have a look here. You have attended to the victim until the arrival of the ambulance services. Great. So I checked awareness, so I was in the shopping center, so I know my surroundings. I checked for breathing, I called 911, I put the patches on, I found the AED, and I managed the recommended compressions. So the start of compressions was at just over 2 minutes, and obviously we can see that I didn't do too bad there. My final score here is a 9.25 out of 10, which is great news. And we can see the scoreboard up there. Awesome. So Justin, are you alive again, my friend? All right, guys, thank you very much for that. I found that very insightful. That was very immersive. I really lived myself into that scenario. And again, it guides you through the CPR process, which I feel is invaluable for us to utilize in a real life scenario. So if you found today's video helpful and insightful, please consider leaving the channel a like and hitting that subscribe button. And then as always, stay safe, stay inspired, and until next time, take care.